Comedian and The Real co-host Loni Love was always one to embrace being single. But throughout the years, she has changed her tune and allowed love into her life. Her tendency to remain vocal about her personal business means she has revealed some interesting facts about her private life. Here's what we know about Loni's journey to finding happiness in the dating world. In the early 2000s, Loni worked as an electrical engineer and a music engineer while also pursuing a stand-up comedy career. On her Instagram account, she revealed that her then boyfriend told her not to quit her day job because she would never be a television star. Thankfully, she didn't listen to him. She opened up during an episode of The Real that during her early days on the comedy circuit, she met a guy who won her over. Loni said, "Oh, he was fine." One day, he told her to meet him in Las Vegas. When she got there, he popped the question. They got married, but it wouldn't last. Loni said she was more focused on her career at the time. She stated, "I didn't want to be in a traditional relationship, and then I was in love, but it takes a lot." In the end, she decided she didn't want to settle down and live the family life, and she doesn't regret ending her marriage. She said, "Because being a wife is important. I think I made the right decision because look at me now." 1 month after landing her gig with The Real, Loni described herself as a satisfied single.
It's a new daytime talk show called The Real. It's 5 fabulous, funny, feisty women and it's younger, and we're all sexually active, okay? So it's like we do our thing.
She expressed how much she loved her freedom and would probably never get married again. She wasn't opposed to playing the field, though, and in January 2014, it appeared she was ready to give up the single life for good. Loni was at a comedy club eating nachos and enjoying a drink when she noticed a 23-year-old man named Sam. Loni, who was 43 at the time, made the first move by asking Sam, "Hey baby, want a drink?" They began dating, and she and Sam even appeared on an episode of The Ellen Show to talk about their new romance. However, before we knew it, their fling was over. In August 2018, she signed up for a dating app and met actor and business owner James Welsh. Loni told People magazine that she was really attracted to his kind-looking eyes. While chatting with her co-host on The Real, Loni said she and James began talking on the phone and getting to know each other. Then all of a sudden, he disappeared and stopped contacting her. Loni said she thought things were heading in the right direction, but when James vanished, she moved on. He popped back into her life about 2 weeks later, and they picked up right where they left off. When she was asked why she decided to give him another chance, Loni said, "He explained that he was working because he has a painting business, and he just got caught up and got busy." On their first date, they met at a red carpet event for a movie premiere. James was a bit puzzled why Loni was walking the red carpet, and he asked her if she had a line in the movie. Loni told ABC Radio that she responded with, "No, I don't. I just got to walk the carpet." It was then she realized James had no clue who she was. She did mention to him that she had her own comedy show, but he thought she was just performing at local open mic sessions. After the movie premiere, they went to a party and everyone kept approaching her and saying, "Loni, I love you on The Real." That's when it finally clicked for James. Loni said he turned to her and said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't realize you were Loni Love." Loni thought it was the sweetest thing ever. She was fine with keeping their relationship private, but she confirmed it was James who encouraged them to go public, so she agreed. In April 2019, she opened up to People magazine about her new romance and described James as a really nice guy. She also admitted she previously only dated Black and Hispanic men, but decided to try something new by dating a white man, and it worked. As for James, Loni is the first African-American woman he has dated. Loni told People magazine that her race isn't even a big deal to him. During an appearance on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast, Loni admitted she would often forget that James was white. Loni said that one time when they were being intimate, she looked back and said to herself,
Who's this white man?
Yeah, he's white.
I actually do forget.
After celebrating their 1-year anniversary, Loni dropped a bombshell during an episode of The Real. She stated she still hadn't met James's kids or his grandkids despite them living in the same city. Loni explained that even after being together for a year, she just wasn't ready to take that step. She said James's kids and grandkids would watch her on TV, and they would even correspond by sending her, quote, videos and stuff. They just haven't physically met her. Although she's free to talk about their private moments to the media, James doesn't have that privilege. Loni has confirmed that at the start of their relationship, she made him sign a non-disclosure agreement, also known as an NDA. And if you think it's because she doesn't trust her man, you're wrong. Loni said the NDA isn't for James, it's for the people who are around him, and she didn't give any further details. During the 2020 quarantine, we saw many celebrity relationships fizzle out, but Loni and James continue to be just as in love as ever. She told Closer Weekly that being cooped up in the house brought them closer together. She said, "He is a really delightful partner, and I'm just so happy to have someone to go through this with." Loni added that he keeps her laughing and they never have arguments. They spend time watching Netflix and enjoying their wonderful in-depth conversations. She handles all the cooking, and when it's time to eat, they occasionally turn off their phones, light some candles, and just enjoy each other's company. While things seem to be progressing, almost a year and a half after becoming a couple, Loni told Closer Weekly she wasn't sure if James was the one. However, she was enjoying having someone to lean on. She jokingly said, "He is my partner, best friend, and my designated driver." We shouldn't expect them to walk down the aisle anytime soon, though. Loni told the magazine she thinks marriage should be for women who want to have children, and that's not her desire. Not only is she content with remaining unmarried, she told Closer Weekly she and James will not be cohabitating after the quarantine. She loves her independence too much, but it doesn't change the way she feels about James. She said, "We just like being together, and that's what's important. We wish Loni and James the best, with many more years of happiness." Let us know your thoughts on Loni's love life, and thanks for watching Real Reality Gossip.